Thank you. That's gross. Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Show, the brand new creation from a psychotic mind that probably needs a lot of help, and maybe just a few friends. I'm Julian, and welcome to this thing that I've made. Some people call it shit. Some people call it art. I call it show. Anyway, our first season of Show will consist. I can make mistakes too. Consist of 5 episodes. 5 episodes. 5 episodes. 5 episodes. 5 episodes. Yes, I watch wrestling at one point in my life. I am sorry. But we're just gonna have to get that out of the way. Okay, so 5 episodes. This would be episode 1, not the Phantom Menace. There's a whole different conversation that we're not gonna have today. Or ever, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, we're gonna deal with my favorite 25 movies of all time. I know. You don't give a shit. Clearly, I know you don't give a shit. So I had to make it a little interesting for you with multi-camera setups and a retro theme to make it interesting. Because we've all seen review shows and top lists with a CGI thing or a guy holding up a bunch of movies and he's slapping the shit out of it and he's just like, this movie is so fucking good. Why aren't you watching it now, you fucking asshole? Get off the fucking YouTube and... So, you see that a lot, and they have the movie collection, and I used to have that, but I don't have it anymore, so I've gone the other way, okay? So this is what Show is going to be. It's going to be a lot of this randomness. So if you are one of the 7 viewers, we're trying to hit 14. We're going to double our current viewership, okay? Double. It's almost as good as the Browns almost winning, but it didn't happen. I digress. Almost forgotten. Mr. Smile Jerk, also known as SJ, is going to be my co-host for Show. I mean, he's not as important, even though he gets his own shot here, but I gotta have someone to talk to that's not myself. It's already bad enough I'm playing with myself. Am I right? Yeah. Jesus Christ, Julian, this is worse than reading a letter of yours, if you know what I mean. Alright, anyway, we're gonna get to the top 25 right after these messages, so don't go anywhere.
Hi there, I'm Mr. Smile Jerk, also known as SJ, from that show. So today I'm here to talk to you about this problem I have. It's a secret. I was cheated on by my wife, let me tell you. It was a scene like no other. Oh no! I can't believe my ears! Oh no, Angela! Why? Why did you do this to me? Why? I can't believe it. I couldn't even open the blinds the next day because I was so depressed. I just fucking couldn't do it, cocksucking son of a bitch. I was just so angry. I can't fucking do this shit anymore. And this guy gave me some pheromones and said it would help me attract women. I tried it on and then fought with him. I was happy. Ooh, I'm going to ask this girl out. Hee hee. Excuse me, would you like to go on a date with me or talk to me at some sort of ice cream shop? Ha ha ha. Oh, let me tell you about my life. It's awful. And then we had sex. Pheromones. They work.
Number 25 on our list is Bad Santa from 2003, directed by Terry Zwigoff. It currently has a 7.0 on IMDb, if that matters to you. 79% of critics on Rotten Tomatoes like it, if that matters to you. Out of 220, 79% of 220. And then 75% of the audience, and it said 100,000 plus bots. Who knows? those figures are there for you just in case you are curious. Okay. The other thing that is on this nice whiteboard, since, I'm too low tech to actually draw this stuff and computer, yeah, fuck it. It's the idea that counts. Someone else will CGI this. Probably not. So we have the theatrical cut that was released in theaters at 91 minutes. The Batter Santa unrated cut, which was released on DVD to coincide with the release of the theatrical cut, which was common practice at the time, like Road Trip, everything, college teen movies, any comedy always had the theatrical cut and the R-rated cut, which either added a fuck here or maybe some additional nudity of some sort. So this actually falls in that period of everything had an unrated cut. Everything. All DVDs, for the most part, were having these unrated cuts. And it was released in 2 separate releases, so that's what they used to get you financially. Like, oh, you want the theatrical? You want the Batter Santa? And for the completists, losers, you get both, and then suddenly they come out with a third fucking version of this movie. A third fucking version of Bad Santa. The one I like, and probably the least liked critically or by people online, it is at 88 minutes, the shortest of the 3 versions, and it is also very, very dark. They take out a lot of, I'd say, the forced cliche humor in the movie. They take out the opening narration, which just makes it this very interesting, sad set piece for Billy Bob Thornton, where you hear him talking about his life, and you're like, okay, it's kind of funny. Just you see this sad, drunk Santa Claus at the bar, and you're just like, okay, what am I about to watch? And I'd watched these so many years apart, it didn't feel like the same movie. And I remember I did watch the director's cut and the Batter Santa, and there's all these additional scenes. He helps out the kid. They make Billy Bob a little more human, a more likable person for the audience to root behind. The director's cut is a scumbag throughout the entire movie, and if anything, he just seems like more of a prick. Number 24 on our list is The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 from 1974. It is rated 100% on Rotten Tomatoes from 39 critics. 88% audiences like it, with a 7.7 on IMDb. It has a 1998 television remake starring Edward James Olmos and Vincent D'Onofrio. It also has a 2009 theatrical remake starring Denzel Washington and John Travolta, directed by Tony Scott. So this version, directed by Joseph Sargent, it's just great, and the antagonism works between him and his fellow worker. I don't remember names right off the top of my head, but the thing is, they care about each other and they care about their jobs. It's very interesting. It's not like anyone's painted overtly like evil. I don't know, different viewpoints. Also, Jerry Stiller has a nice small role in this movie. It's really cool. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite, like, high intensity main characters meet once. It's the bad guy and good guy are talking the whole movie. They have that, you can think of it like maybe Phone Booth or Star Trek Wrath of Khan, where Kirk and Khan never see each other. It's all over, like, face to face. So it's pretty interesting when you see the simplicity of it working to enhance the movie, because you're just watching them talk. That's it. There's no explosions. It's just New York City, 1970s, and there's just it's just talking, because it has a more naturalistic approach, I guess. Not saying today's stuff wouldn't match it. I'm just saying it fits its time period, and that's what I like about it. Is it fits that time period. It's a very simple movie. Not simple movie at all, but it's just effective in its simplicity. Number 23 on our list is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, or should I say Stanley Kubrick's Stephen King's The Shining, or Stephen King's Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Either way,
Stanley Kubrick's version differs highly from Stephen King's, which he later actually had made for a television movie. Very, very highly respectful of the source material and was accurate. That's the word I was looking for. It's more accurate toward his original source material. And I don't think anyone really cared. Everyone talks about the 1981, and it recently had a sequel with the book. I don't know. I didn't see the movie, so yet. So Doctor Sleep is also there, probably on HBO Max or AMC, whatever. It might be on some streaming service. The last two weren't, so this one surprisingly is a lot more popular, so it will be easier to find. With a 84% critic score with 94 critics, it has a higher audience score of 93, which is interesting, and it has an 8.4 on IMDb. If any of those facts mean anything to you, cool beans. So, why The Shining? I like ideas of hotels and I like space. And Stanley Kubrick, I think along with Garrett Brown, the Steadicam guy, you'll see him again. He, with the tracking shots with the tricycle, just some of the coolest shots. It's once again, it's just a simple behind the kid on the tricycle. I love the shot. I love the design. I love the rug that they've made into like sweaters and stuff. I like the motif of The Shining with has that superpower. It's a mysterious element. Also, it's a very interesting Stanley Kubrick movie in his canon as well, because it's so picturesque. It has a bizarre connection to Blade Runner, just based on some of the footage. It has this mystique about it because the original ending that showed in theaters was cut out by Kubrick and never seen again. Maybe, I don't know, just a one-time film director. It has an 8.1 on IMDb with a 95% Rotten Tomatoes score, if that matters to you, based on 75 critics, as well as 90% of audiences like this film. So, what would I describe this film as? Who gives a shit what you think? But, anyway, this film is a fantasy children's horror noir. Think about that. One, it's got noir-y aspects, which you could consider a noir or not noir. It's been yes, and it's been noed. Up to you. Up to you. Up to you. I believe the National Congress has it. I don't know. You can use whatever facts to help justify what the noir is and what isn't. But that's how I would describe fantasy noir. It's got this element of very over-the-top classic silent film tactics used in a silent film, and it's made in this very old school way. It's very it has German expressionism. It has very over-the-top visuals and shadows. So it's got that horror in the sense. It's not scary monster. It's like a big bad wolf almost. Number 21 on our list, final one for today, would be The Big Lebowski from 1998, directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, the Coen brothers. It currently has an 8.1 on IMDb. It also has 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 107 critics, and 93% of the audience likes it, based on Rotten Tomatoes as well. So this movie is a comedy noir. It has a lot of Dashiell Hammett that they said they read into. When I watched this, and you watch Murder My Sweet with Dick Powell from 1944, 5, 4, I don't know, it's one of those two. Has to be. You have the feeling that, he just gets swarped in, messed into a big world he doesn't know of, and Philip Marlowe. He has that, Philip Marlowe classic detective feel to the movie. It's just with a hipster bum,
Yeah, it's just with a hipster. That's the main difference. So hippie or hipster hippie. Hippie hipster. One of those two. He's a hippie hipster. He's the dude, and he has a very simple life, and he gets tangled up into this more complicated world. Not too dissimilar from a lot of Giallo or Jolly, which is like a mystery slasher crossover. The whole person gets caught up in the story, and then they're not a police officer. They're just gonna go solve it or be a part of it because, in this case, someone came and peed on his rug. Hi, this is Poems, and this is how we're gonna end our show. This was written on February 8th, 2020. It should be February 8th, 2021 when I originally post this. Doesn't mean that day I actually filmed it, so it's kind of a lie, but you know. Blah. Blah. Stall. Begin. Today will be like no other. That is, if you make it so. Today will never be duplicated, no matter how hard you may try. A new day is more than just a tag team. Boundless opportunities are waiting to be discovered. Will you seek them out? Or will you try to dream of your Bunbury? Will Guttel, Uthacare, or Sophronize yourself today? That all lies within. Deep inside, there's something that can drive anyone to greatness. But will you challenge yourself to find out what? Snollygusters plague our televisions. We hope and ask for change, but how many of us indeed take the time to make the change? Easier said than done. That's a defeatist phrase. When it becomes second nature, is it not easier done than said? But yes, these mere words can make a change. A desire to change, along with the right words, from the right person, in the right place, on the right day, can make an insignificant moment become an everlasting memory. Easier done than said. Or is it easier said than done? One might think, but why am I writing this? Why am I reading this? On this, the 8th day of February 2020. Why am I reading this on February 6th, 2021? Perhaps to the reader or the listener, it says nothing. To a critic, I've seen better, heard better. To a friend, cool. To a love, not bad. I hope you keep writing. To a mother, I'm so proud. But what does the writer think? What does the reader think? I'm fucking asking you a question. Well, that's all for our show today. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Gonna just get out of the shot, just like that. Okay, I'm wearing shorts.